Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Calm Lands Case IH dairy farm here. We're running vintage equipment, mostly 1980s and early 90s stuff. This is International 1566 Black Stripe. I have the blacked out paint job on. You're more commonly going to see this in a red, the signature Case IH red, but I went with black on this one. We've got a New Holland baler and an auto load trailer that's loading up our straw bales, and the name of the game today is straw. We are going to fill this load, and we're actually going to take it up and sell the entire load of straw, which is most of these two twin fields. We got that whole field, and then what's going to be close to half of this one on there. This is going to be a little bit tricky turning around with these trees, but I think we can do it. When I laid out this field, I didn't really think about the role that those trees would play. I think originally I ended the field pretty early, but over time I decided to move it back. But we're going to wait until this is actually 100% full, and then we'll use the black stripe, or maybe the truck. I haven't decided yet, but one of the vehicles, we're going to run it up to the sell point and see what we get, because I think these bales are 700 liters each, and we're going to be at about 150 bales. So that's, I'm bad at mental math, but that's got to be pushing 100,000 liters. So it should be a nice little chunk of change for us, all for what is essentially a byproduct. Our dairy farm, our main point of source of income is the milk that the cows are producing. So this grain, the game doesn't have a like chop, kind of other feed. It's silage and hay. We do put straw in the total mixed ration, but we've got plenty of straw in the barn. So this year is basically all extra. So I'm thinking we're getting about 3 or 4 bales per. Oh, maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's 5 per run. So we should get our 150 at the end of the next, when we get back down to the other end, I think. And that'll be good. We can go ahead and run that up and make our sale. And as you probably saw up in the top right corner, we got our indicator that the harvester is just about full, so we can get him emptied and work on keeping the harvester moving. It's July, it's mid-afternoon, so we want to keep it moving if we can. Now, can I turn tightly within here? I don't know if it's so hard to see with the way the camera works too. Oh wow, we're at 148. So the funny thing is, it looks like, okay, we just have 2 more bales, but because it loaded the ones that were in the baler, we'll probably be almost at the other end by the time this one comes up. I do really like the way they set up the animations on this game. Just really well done from a game design standpoint. It just feels so genuine, so realistic. Oh, it's a little more than 150. Okay. We're at 150 now. Come on now. What's it going to be? 154? Must be 153. We can always pull one out of the baler and just toss it in. Okay, so let's shut this off. I'm terrible at backing up 3, so we're just going to do this. We'll drop the wagon there. We'll go ahead and move the baler up just a skosh. I'm gonna get this on the straw wagon, and then I'm gonna tab over and get the truck. Well, I lied. First I'm gonna run over and move this, because sometimes I'll drive in the grain if I absolutely have to, but in this case I feel like we don't have to. So now we tab over, get in our vintage Chevy grain truck. Check this out, C70 with the blue and red, feeling very old school and all-American here. This has like a 15,000 liter capacity, so we should be able to fit, if not the whole field that's left, then most of it in here. We're actually putting this into storage, into our silo that is just right over there. We're putting it into storage, and then we will sell it when it's at its highest point. But I'm gonna go ahead and wait for this to unload. Just like the way that looks. I spend half of the time playing this game just looking at different views. Just definitely enjoy it. It's a cool visual game. So once we get this unloaded, we'll get the worker going again. And then we'll head on up to sell our straw. The straw, I'm not going to wait for an opportune price because... Oh, turn. Because the margin is so small that it wouldn't really be worth it to wait. Oops, sorry about that. Alright, so here we go. I think we will just go ahead and run it up there with this black stripe. We do have a pickup truck that is for this kind of job, but the tractor's more than capable, so we'll try it. I have no idea what this function is like. I think because we're in auto load mode, I'm gonna have to hit a button. Yeah, I'll have to hit Y to unload. I'll do that when we get up there. But I actually have used all the bales we've made up to this point in the save, so I haven't sold any. Not straw, not hay, nothing. Oh my gosh, this ridiculous traffic on this map. I am not going to miss that when I switch maps. Not even a little bit. Alright, so that looks like cotton there, and wool. I think is it over here to the left, probably? Because this looks like wood chips and maybe root crops down there. I think this is where... Let's take a look on the map. If we go to straw, it goes back to the animal dealer. It's only 65. Ugh. It's so much work to just get 65 per thousand. So what's this gonna be, about $6,700? Oh, that breaks my heart, honestly. If we didn't have so much straw already saved up, I would just keep all this. Alright, I'm gonna assume that this is the point that you sell from, since you buy over there. Now, is this gonna just go? I'm gonna assume, again, here we go, assuming, that when I hit Y, I'm gonna have to hop out and hit the button, but we'll see. Unload bales here. Oh, there they go. Oh my. Yep, 8,100. That is fine. Okay, now we hit Y to reset it. Transporting position. What? Okay, well, I feel like with the amount of work that it is I don't know. It is just a byproduct. It's not like it's hay that I had to cut and ted and rake up and then bale. So it was a lot of bales though. So with the rest, I probably will just keep it down here. Um, I don't know how many more crops we're going to run through this farm though. I was hoping to get a little bit more feedback from viewers on, how you guys are feeling. If you are, my fear is that, some of the guys that might be most interested in the series have, they watched maybe the first 20, 25 episodes and now they're like, okay, been there, done that. I'm not going to watch more. And so they're not around to say, oh yeah, definitely make more. You know what I'm trying to say? And if I make a new series, it's likely to get some fresh eyes. Did that? Why? There we go. Now, V and B. But if I start a new series, that's likely to get some fresh eyes. But will the old viewers come back? People that watch this for those first 20, 30 episodes, are they going to be like, oh, Bluebelly has a new series, let's go watch that? I don't know. It's hard to say. So I will work on this field a little bit longer. I might hop out and do a little bit of animal work if I get too unsettled here, but I think in the future, I don't really know what I want to put in these fields moving forward. So we have grass in the lower field. We'll do at least one hay crop down there. And then I believe I put soybeans across the road. So we'll do that. I was talking about putting sorghum somewhere. Maybe that would work. Oh, the worker is already full. Okay. Here we go around the tree again. Here, let's switch to first person and see if this is more fun. Wow, that feels so fast to me in first person. Let's try it again in the row. See if I can do this without making a fool of myself. I've said it before, but I feel like this is one of those things that's actually probably easier to do in real life than it is in a game. Only because moving your mouse is slower and more imprecise than just turning your head in real life. But this is such a cool setup, this vintage setup. They really placed the camera well on this tractor. I've had some that just felt too far forward, and I never drove a 1566, but I have driven tractors in similar style. So it does feel very accurate, even though it is weird to look down and see the bottom of the seat, because that's where my hind end would be. But anyways, let's go get this load of grain so we can get that guy going again. This, man, it's a busy jobs on the farm. Always more to do, as you guys know. So, but I'll give you a little, for those of you that are sticking around, 15 minutes in here, what is your deal? I'm thinking about making the next save on Bucks County. I had a New Holland save on the Bucks County map in FS 19, and I really enjoyed that. So I thought about maybe doing something along those lines. The thing is, there's not really vintage New Holland. I mean, like this baler is an older New Holland baler. But in terms of tractors, there's not really. So I could do like vintage Ford tractors with old New Holland equipment because they're connected. Or I could do modern New Holland tractors and equipment and just forget the vintage thing. I just really like American maps, even though this Calmlands is technically somewhere in Europe. I still feel like it has a vibe of certain parts of the Midwest. The mountains over there, obviously not so much, but like there are hilly parts of like southern Ohio that this could certainly be a fit for. Um, so I'm thinking, that Bucks County map. There's also a North Carolina map that I have tinkered with a little bit. That's what I put the sail equipment series on, which I only did a few episodes, and I think I want to revisit that at some point. I want to bring the John Deere save to a close here in the next, I don't know, 10, 15 episodes, something like that. The thing is, when I'm only doing one episode per week per series, 10 episodes end up meaning 10 weeks, and that's quite a while. So we don't have to go out and do that right away. But I want to have a direction. That's a big thing for me. I don't want to be sitting there in September or whatever when the series finally comes to a good conclusion and everybody's happy with it. I don't want to be like, okay, so now what do I do with my life? What do I do with the channel? I want to have that all set up. I want to have the branding and the thumbnail I don't really have storylines, as you guys know. I'm not quite into that, but I at least have there is a story of the farm, whether it's the type of equipment or one thing I haven't really done, like this is a dairy farm and the John Deere save is a dairy and now also has pigs, but I've never done, like maybe we do the Carolina map and we do cotton. That's someplace that actually can have cotton. So maybe we finance a massive case cotton harvester and do that. I mean, there's a lot of different things that I've never even tried in this game. I mean, I think everybody was excited when the game came out with the grapes and olives, and okay, we've got new crops to try. I haven't done those at all because I hopped back into my base play style. But something along those lines, maybe we have see if we can find like a West Coast map and have a vineyard. There's about a million different possibilities with this game, and I think people are only limited by their own imagination. So we'll see what I end up settling on, but I've really enjoyed this series. I've really enjoyed the way the farm took shape over time, but I think we can collectively feel that it's coming to a close pretty soon. Alrighty, that's a weird turn. Got these patches at the end where the AI doesn't like turning around. I should have done a headland. Moral of the story: should have done a headland. We're gonna be chucking these bales off. What do you think? We'll get 100 maybe? Maybe. I don't think we'll fill another load. I don't know. It'll be close. I'm going to say between 90 and 100. That's my final answer. Some of you guys are a little older. You'll remember that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire show that was on. Regis Philbin always said, "Is that your final answer?" Ah, it was such terrible TV. I can't believe I ever wasted time watching that. Whoa, dang, homie. We'll get that on the next row down. I don't know quite what happened there. I couldn't see it. It was off the screen. That was the game reacting to my ridiculous Regis Philbin impression. Yeah, maybe sorghum. Maybe sorghum. Is it gonna hop over? I'm gonna make it hop over. Oh, did that turn itself off maybe? Nope. Alright, so it's so dirty. Let's do that. And then while I'm here, we want to look at sorghum. April, May. So, but that could be good if we leave these, like, don't plant them in the fall. Leave them dormant until April, and then we plant sorghum in these twin fields. I think I might go with that. But I'll probably finish this off recording, and I will bring you guys. I don't know. I might do one more on this harvest. We'll see. But I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. Thanks for checking out this episode. Three cheers for $8,000 worth of straw. Profit is profit. We'll take it. See you in the next one. Bye for now.